As Dr. Michael Hinojosa's last day as Dallas ISD superintendent looms, families want to know how the district is doing.
You go back 2 years to October of 19. We had a tornado, then we had pandemic 1.0, and then we had pandemic 2.0, then we had a snowmageddon, and then we had a pandemic 3.0, and none of those were on my calendar.
But Dr. Hinojosa has been here before. The first time was in 2011, after 6 years on the job.
From the first time to the second time, what have been the differences? What have you learned?
1.0, we had to do a lot of blocking and tackling, but had to put systems in. We had 1,300 classrooms that did not have a bilingual teacher in them, that we were violating the state law. We had all these scandals, and we had to get rid of those kinds of things.
The school board brought him back in 2015.
During 1.0, I don't know that people wanted us to succeed. I don't think they believed we could succeed. The difference in 2.0, now we got a lot of help. A lot more people are coming in.
Between both terms, Hinojosa will be DISD's longest-serving superintendent. He's one of 10 superintendents in North Texas who's announced plans to step down in just the past few months. From COVID-19 to critical race theory, he says it's been a really tough time to lead schools.
Abuse is just unacceptable, and the vitriol has been significant. Certainly that's not the reason I'm moving on, but it is very real for a lot of those individuals.
What do you mean by abuse?
Well, you go to board meetings and people start questioning their integrity and accusing them of putting bad things in books or trying to change people's minds of history, and those things get personal.
He's taken heat for decisions in the pandemic, like defying an order from the governor and requiring masks.
I have no hard feelings against the governor. He has a big, diverse state that he needs to run. It's different in Dumas, DeSoto, Denison, than Dallas.
85% of Dallas ISD households are economically disadvantaged. More than 90% are Black or Hispanic, communities that were hit particularly hard by COVID-19.
We had to completely flip the script. We had 36,000 households that had no access to broadband. Then we discovered that only a small percentage of students actually do really great on online learning, so we had to get back in person.
When it came to COVID, when it comes to curriculum, when it comes to different things, how do you feel about the guidance that's been given to superintendents to make these decisions, handed down from the state?
We're a blue district in a purple county in a red state, and even medical professionals were giving us conflicting information depending on who appointed them. And so I think a lot of superintendents got hung out to dry. I think the commissioner may have some personal views, but he also works for the governor.
Like other districts around the country, DISD is focused on recovering from COVID-19.
No doubt, there's going to be a significant impact. However, you can't worry about things that are out of your control. What you need to do is accelerate.
He says they've implemented several plans to help students catch up. They are also honed in on the teacher crisis.
I am worried about going forward. The people who can move on are moving on, and so that's something that's going to be a big worry for my successor.
For Hinojosa, the decision to step aside is about leaving something better than he found it.
To me, it's personal, and I do know it from the top to bottom, and I know this city from top to bottom, and I'm just glad that I was able to add a little bit of value along the way.
Seated in the auditorium of Sunset High School, his alma mater, one more question as his second last day looms and rumors of a mayoral race continue to grow.
When can we expect an announcement for what's next for you? I know you said your wife said you can't come home, so when will we know what you're going to do?
Well, I'll talk about the future in the future. That election is very far away, and so there'll be a time at some point to talk about any future elections.
In Dallas, I'm Morgan Young.
Dr. Hinojosa says he'll dedicate his final months to reversing student learning loss and retaining teachers. He'll be done at the end of the year.